Hey everyone, Phi Farley here. It's August 24th. It's Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Daily Best Bet coming to you here in just 1 second. I'm going to break down a game in which Sharps have already chimed in on. They have a clear side in this one. We have two teams heading in completely opposite directions, and I'll break down the why instead of just the what on what side I'm going with, but why we are going with that side, which is one of my favorite things to do. All right. Real quick, also all other plays on patreon.com/Phi Farley. There will be a couple plays. One play posted already in the NBA. Nice full slate today. As well as a couple other baseball plays we posted over there as well, so you can check that out. It's good to be back up here. I do want to address one comment that I did get about, hey, you didn't post a video every day, and it's true sometimes. I just cannot get to the video camera to be able to get a whole video broken down. I apologize, but each one of those days I have put a bet out on patreon.com/Phi Farley. I try and do that, but I apologize if I have missed a day here on YouTube. I try to get one out every day. Yesterday was a really odd week, so I promise that's not going to be the go forward. However, it does happen every now and then on a weekend, but I will make my plays posted over on patreon.com/Phi Farley. I appreciate you throwing that comment my way so that I can address that here live on YouTube. So, now let's talk about best bet. Going to Texas. Oakland Athletics are coming in hot. They now have sole possession of first place in the West, and they're running away with it as Houston has been struggling as of late. Texas, on the other hand, sitting at third. They've lost 8 straight games, and things are not looking good. You would think, hey, we're coming back home. That's a great thing for Texas. Well, Texas doesn't exactly play that well at home, especially on the offensive side. Meanwhile, Oakland, fantastic hitting, especially on the road. One of the best clutch hitting teams on the road. When we look at overall slugging percentage on the road, Oakland finds himself hitting a .434 slugging percentage. Meanwhile, Texas, unfortunately at home, dead last, .302 slugging percentage while playing down in Arlington. When it comes to batting average, it's no different there either. Texas at home sits at an overall .210 batting average, at home .201. Now, Oakland, kind of surprising, only a .229 overall batting average. It's not the hits that always come in, it's the impact of those hits, as Oakland is one of the highest scoring teams on the road. They're a +11 run differential from their opponents. Meanwhile, Texas is a -11 run differential at home. So we got 22 runs separating these two teams. Now let's talk about the pitchings. Luzardo is going to be up on the mound sitting at 2-0 with a 3.67 ERA and a 1.37 whip. Now, when we break down his year, we really got to isolate one game and just pull that one aside, which some of you may recall. I was actually on that game and was on the Oakland side of this one. They ended up winning the game, but it wasn't thanks to Luzardo's pitching at all. That was in San Francisco. I think he was going against Johnny Cueto in that game. He went 3 1/3, 9 hits given up, 6 earned runs spread out those 3 innings. It was just not his best game. Only 3 strikeouts, second lowest of the total since his opening game of the season. Other than that, we're looking at max 3 runs given up, 2 goose eggs, including his last outing in Arizona, or at home against Arizona, a 4-1 victory. I think we're going to have much more similar to that going against a very weak Texas offense, who has just been struggling so far. He already faced Texas once this year. They won 5-1, of which he went 5 innings, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. I think we're going to have a very similar experience here today. This lineup for Texas in 26 at-bats hits just a 154, no home runs, a slugging percentage of just .231. So there's a lot to like on the Luzardo side of it, a lot to like on the Oakland side of it. Meanwhile, Texas has Lance Lynn on the mound. Tremendous year. So really we got to look at, is this who Lance Lynn is? And he is a great pitcher. Or is this an anomaly? I think his time is coming, and this will probably be a game in which he gives up 3 or so, then hands off to a bullpen that will give up a couple more against Oakland. So here, the last 4 games, he has given up a total of 6 runs. While he's been pitching very well. I mean, he's got a .81 whip, a 146 opponent batting average, and a 137 ERA. At home, a 106 ERA. He's pitched very, very well against the Angels, Diamondbacks, and Rockies at home. All three teams are pretty weak when it comes to offensive production, especially on the road when you look at Colorado. Now, in this game in particular, I think we have a lot to like. My computer's not going to let me get into the lineup for the Athletics against Lynn, but there are some. Chapman has 2 home runs against him, and I think as a team it's about 225 batting average, but I just think it's going to be enough here with a weak Texas offense to get the job done on the Oakland side. Like I said, look for about 3 runs to be scored against Lynn, and then add another 1 or 2 through the bullpen, and call this game a 5 or 6-1 victory on the side of the Athletics. In all the games so far, 3 games this year against Texas, Athletics have won by 2 or more runs in each one of those, as well as in this losing streak. Texas, I believe there's only 1 game that was within 1 run. So I have no problem laying a run line here with the Athletics at a +120 dog. If you don't feel so risky, go ahead and just take the money line. But I do feel that risky, so I'm going to lay it with the run line and look for a 2-run victory on the side of the Athletics. There you go. Sharp money, by the way, is all over this one. One of the most frequently bet games here of the day is this one, which is surprising, but it is. And money is all over the Athletics, so I'm following that as well. There you go. Athletics -1.5, +120 dog. Good luck, everyone. See you again soon.